Hi, a very good evening to all of you. We, the Group 6, have decided on the topic like warfare and war weapons. And I'm Prathibha, our group members, introducing our group members.
Turnbull.
Rajasri Pingili.
Hi, I'm Rajani.
Hi, this is Radha.
Thanks. Our topic is warfare and war weapons. And we basically concentrated on the introduction part of warfare and war weapons. Then coming to the trends in the war weapons, like what kind of weapons we used in the ancient period and what are we using now. And then coming the next, we focused on the impact of warfare and war weapons, like on the society, on the economy, and also the impact globally. Coming to the introduction part, what is warfare? Warfare or war is nothing but a conflict between two parties, mainly aiming for the destruction of the opposing party. There are many factors leading to war. What could be the reasons? Like the factors leading for the war are disputes related to the issues like territories, nations, or peace, or even like resources. So these are the main factors leading to the war. Then coming to the war weapon, we all know that the war weapon plays the main role in the war. Like weapon is a tool for the destruction of the opposite party. And like now coming to the trends. We classified the trends in the weapons like depending upon the eras. There are different eras like prehistoric, ancient, medieval, gunpowder, industrial and modern era. Coming to the prehistoric warfare, the most common weapons used during the prehistoric era are like wooden, were like very simple and easy to produce, something like wooden with a sharp tip, and with the introduction of metals, copper daggers, axes and other tools were introduced. Then coming to the ancient warfare. Ancient warfare included like most of the prehistoric weapons, and along with those, the introduction of bow and arrow, pole arms, spears, swords, knives were introduced. Then coming to the medieval warfare. Medieval warfare is like during this era, many inventions took place in the weapons, like great swords, hammers, shields, spears, swords, poleaxe, etc. Then coming to the gunpowder warfare. The gunpowder warfare is mainly associated with the invention and widespread use of gunpowder. During this period, the inventions of cannon and armor took place. Then the next warfare era, industrial warfare. During the industrial warfare, this is like the revolution took place. Many of the weapons were introduced during this era. Breech loading weapons, like which we insert bullets or something like that. Example is rifle and gun. And also due to the technology, development in the technology, weapons like due to the technology, many were resulted like rocket, missile and nuclear weapons. Then finally coming to the modern warfare. Modern warfare is a warfare which included the conventional weapons. What is a conventional weapon? Conventional weapon is a weapon which does not incorporate like chemical, toxic, biological or nuclear payloads. This is all about the trends and the introduction part, and the topic will be continued with the impact on society by Linda. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Turnbull, and I'm going to talk about the negative impact on weapons have on our society today. Okay, first, weapons can be good and they can be bad. What do you think about guns? Wrong people can get a hold of weapons and take innocent people's lives. This is just a little demonstration of different handguns that people have been using in society today, doing wrong things with. Okay. Okay, now here I'm talking about Martin Luther King, former president, and former President John F. Kennedy. They were great leaders, and their lives were taken with guns. This Martin Luther King in 1968. He was a great leader. This talks a little about him being a black civil rights leader. Dr. Luther King was assassinated. Dr. King was shot dead in U.S. and in Memphis, Tennessee, where he was led a march. And this march was a lot of African Americans marching for different rights. Next one. The police and in Memphis, they put alert out. A well-dressed white man who dropped the automatic rifle, the one who shot Martin Luther King. Next one. This is Martin Luther King standing from the top of where he was shot at, and some more leaders standing beside him. Keep it to the next one. Right now, this is John F. Kennedy. He was a really great known president that stood up for a lot of different rights in the community and in the world, and he was also assassinated. Talks a little bit when he was born. He was born on May 29th, 1917. Talked about when he died, November 22nd, and then it has a little bit more information about him. Okay, John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22nd, 1966 in Dallas, Texas. He was driving through with his wife in the back of a car, and somebody had a shotgun from a window of a building and shot him. Next one, please. This right here is Virginia Tech school shooting. This is another shooting of some innocent people being killed by a gun impact. Again, it talks about Virginia Tech. About over 30 people were innocent and got shot and killed 13 people themselves near Little Colorado. Panic. Nearly 50 victims at that time. Okay, Columbine High School. This is another shooting, school shooting. A lot of innocent people there also killed. This school shooting was on April 16, 2007, Virginia Tech. Okay, the next one, please. These are schools that were a lot of shootings at. When you count this here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All these are school shootings here recently. That's people that went inside of the school with guns and shot innocent people. That's not only 14, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, about 26 schools of school shootings here recently. These are two killers, African Americans. That this is an older guy, younger guy, takes the younger guy with him and encourage him to shoot innocent victims. They have a gun in the back of a trunk of a car. They just go around shooting innocent people at the filling station or whenever. This again, Lee Boyd Melville and John Allen Muhammad. These were two victims of serial killers. These were the victims they shot, just innocent people randomly. They just could drive by, see them at a filling station and shoot them. They had like I said, they had a shotgun in the back of the trunk with a little glass to see, and they just ride and shoot people all over the state. That's pretty crazy. What goes on in some people's minds, everyone desires to live, and their life should be not taken by anyone. I hope someday that technology will invent something to alert people's behavior and to help preserve the future of humans. I know cloning is a big issue, but I am talking about violence and anger management with weapons. Maybe they might invent a gun that can sense that person that has the gun is not the right person and not shoot. Just like people are sensing they can see things and make a move. In the future, I sense the technology will do something like that. But anyway, that's the impact of weapons. And I'd just like to mention a little something really that's pretty close to me. My sister was taken by a weapon. Her boyfriend shot her many years ago. Thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm going to explain about economy of warfare. It is nothing but a process of investing billions of dollars in manufacturing and innovating missiles, weapons, and marines. It includes not only the budget, but also the capital, manpower, and the structure of the military. And it provides a security to the country and as well as to the people. For example, if any country is able to face the attack from other countries, then the people can survive safely in that country. Then technology is playing a key role in warfare. most of the countries are inventing new weapons new weapons and missiles by including this economy while implementing modern technology, and there are different hierarchies in this economy which include research and implementation of technology and classification of human resources. And next I want to explain about economical impact of warfare. At first we will go through research and development. Most of the countries are investing lots of money in the field of warfare rather than in developing the warfare rather than developing their country. So it would be better like if they will reduce these sums and they will be implementing these amount towards the development of their country. And next, it would be better to improve the technology in other fields like space, agriculture, healthcare, education, computers, along with the development of warfare, and certain resources will be allocated in the economy. So most of the countries are allocating so many resources for anti-submarines, electronic warfares, missile warfares, navigations and so on. So it is much better to avoid the allocation of unnecessary resources in these fields, which might be helpful for the people in the country. And finally, coming to the point of human involvement, while the economy is increasing day by day, along with the technology, obviously human involvement will be decreased as it was in industrial revolution. Thank you, and my next part will be continued by my team members.
I am going to explain about the economy of warfare. Number of countries are investing I think each and every country is investing the amount on the warfare to save their country. In this, India is investing $120 billion and US is investing $276 billion. UK is investing $31 billion. Egypt investing $4 billion and Iraq is sent $1.3 billion. These are the amounts which are sent until 2002. Afterwards, these countries are increased the amounts which are investing in the warfare. Next part will be continued by Radha.
Hi, I am here to talk about the global effects of warfare. And we were all hit by many pebbles throughout the course, like is technology good, bad or neutral, or many kinds of some ethical issues and all that kind of stuff. So we thought giving a presentation about the warfare, war weapons and all this kind of stuff will relate directly to all these kinds of issues. As war weapons, it's a kind of technological advancements from wood until the nuclear weapons. War weapons are different kinds, like starting from the wood, daggers, spears and all that stuff until the nuclear weapons, submarines and stuff like that. These war weapons are playing a major role in determining the international relationships. It's directly related to the world peace. Nowadays, terrorism is the main thing that's devastating the many kinds of, it's devastating the peace all around the country, and it has impeding throughout the world. It's all due to the nuclear proliferation that many countries are joining hands together. It might be due to the good reason or the bad. Once I read in a newspaper saying that a country thinking about the other one having the weapons, they thought, why can't we go ahead and shake hands with the other country so that they won't fight with us with nuclear weapons. So it's the kind of nuclear weapons determining the interrelationships between two countries. I think this is a kind of issue where it can be a good or bad or I can't say whether it's a good or bad or neutral, because two nations are coming together just because of the weapons, or a country is fearing about the other one. I don't know whether it's a good, bad or neutral. It's up to our thinking. And the nuclear proliferation, this is a main thing. What nuclear proliferation mainly is, just spreading the weapons, nuclear weapons, into different other countries and threatening them. And there are many policies which control the nuclear proliferation. Like, there is a non-nuclear proliferation treaty, and many countries are now the members of this treaty. And Iran, just I guess an year back, it has withdrawn from the treaty, and now it's the center of focus. And US government is spending a lot of money on other countries just to avoid terrorist attacks. There are many Asian countries in which the terrorist activity is very more, and they are threatening the whole world. And many countries have an eye on, had put an eye on these nations to suppress the terrorism, so they are mobilizing their funds to other countries so that they can make it out. In this way, it's deciding the international relationships. And finally, I want to conclude by saying that it's all about the power of sharing, power of thinking, or whatever. And it's just the basic concept that we have learned through the entire course. It's a man's thinking that makes the whole effect, like whether it's good or bad or anything. So I hope this world will be at the topmost level of peace if we all think in a good way and do the good things. Thank you.